Okay. Good evening, everyone. Wagner, and tonight, Harvey Horowitz and I will be taking the place of Al, who is on vacation. I think he's in the Grand Tetons. So, I hope he's having a good time out there. Uh, our schedule for tonight is to have anybody who's new introduce themselves. If they bless you, if they want to
Perfect.
talk about themselves, they can. Um, Then we're going to have a review of last week's vocabulary. Excuse me. And then we're going to have the Yiddish word of the day, which is money.
Money, guilt.
And then we'll be going over the vocabulary. Um, and all of this will be, the vocabulary will be repeated the next time we meet in Yiddish Lite. We're going to have a couple jokes to go over. And then there'll be two songs um, that will be played. And then if there's anything that we missed or want to go over in more detail, we can. And then we will close off for the evening. I want to remind people that our next session is on June 17th. That's as on we should have we would normally meet on June 3rd, but that's Shavuos. So just mark that on your calendars. Now I understand that hi Miriam, how are you tonight?
She's
Okay.
muted.
Thank you. I'm fine. Well, not
Okay,
really. I have a
great.
virus, but how
Okay.
is everyone?
Hi.
Candy Zell is a new person on our group tonight. Candy, would you like to talk a little bit about yourself or your family or anything like that?
Sure.
It can be it can be in Yiddish or English.
What would you prefer?
Let's let's try. Can you do both? So for
Yeah.
those of us who don't understand as much Yiddish as we hope we would, we'll at least understand the English.
Okay. What would you like me to do first? Which one?
Okay, your name, Yiddish.
Do you want it in Yiddish first or in English first?
Yiddish first.
Okay. Mein Name ist Candi. Ich habe gelernt mein Jiddisch in einer jiddische Talkschule in Winnipeg, Canada. Nicht bei meinen Eltern, nicht in der Heim. Es ist gewesen eine jiddische Talkschule, was hat uns ausgelernt, als Ding, halbe Tag ist gewesen, als Ding in Jiddisch. Und die andere Halbtag ist gewesen, war in English for the prescribed curriculum. Und es ist gewesen zum Links. Die Jiddisch ist eine Sachliteratur und eine Sachkultur und Sachen so. Sie haben uns gut ausgelernt. Jiddisch ist nicht mein ersten Lang, sie ist mein zweiten Lang. Englisch ist mein ersten Lang, Jiddisch ist mein zweiten Lang und Französisch ist mein dritten Lang. Was kann ich noch sagen? Ich will sagen auf English. All right. So I went to a Jewish day school that taught us Yiddish. Half the day, all of the instruction was given in Yiddish. So if you were learning history or Chumash or things like that, everything, all the language of instruction was in Yiddish. The second half of the day was for the prescribed curriculum for the province. Like one of your states, the state curriculum, that was obviously in English. It taught us math and English and social studies, whatever. And the school was very left-leaning. It was comprised of people who were referred to as Yiddishists, very culturally Yiddish, Jewish, but not at all religious. We learned we studied all of the great Jewish authors, Shalom Aleichem and Shalom Shub Lamed Peretz, Avram Reis, and all of them. Yeah, it was very, very left leaning, not religious. We learned, unfortunately, for my time, after my time, it got better, but for my time, they taught us very little Hebrew. As a result, I speak like a 2-year-old in Hebrew. I really know very little. So English is my first language. My second language that I learned in school is Yiddish, and my third language is French.
Oh, thank you very much for the introduction.
You're very welcome here, but you really belong in Yiddish Alive on the Monday night group that meets on
No,
alternate Monday
that
night.
may be, but I'm very happy to be here.
Well, very
Okay.
good, but just don't get too bored or don't laugh too loud when you hear how we struggle.
I don't laugh at other people. I have my own struggles and other things. Trust me.
There's another,
Listening to this.
there's
How
another,
do I lower it?
Did you understand what I said, or it was too fast?
for me, it was too fast, but
Lot
I'm
I
of it.
picked
sorry.
up words here and there.
Okay.
There's another person who logged in. Their name is AYEVI. Doesn't have a picture. AYEVI. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Are you new to our group?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Welcome to Yiddish Lite. Um, Harvey and myself, Barry, are the co-hosts for tonight in place of Al. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself? It can be in Yiddish or English or hopefully both.
Yeah, I'll say in English. I do speak Hebrew, but I speak Hebrew better than I speak Yiddish. And whatever I say today in English, I basically can say in Hebrew, somewhat in Yiddish.
Okay.
Okay, so I was born in the Bronx, um, went to school in the Bronx. College, I went to City College. And then I taught in the New York City school system, but I took a few years off and I went and lived in Israel where I met my
Oh,
wife.
great.
Yeah, I lived there, I worked there, I met my wife there, I got married there. Um, my wife is Canadian. She speaks Hebrew fairly fluently, and she's from Montreal, so she also speaks French. Um, das ist alles.
This is Allison. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Welcome. Okay, are there any other newbies in our group tonight? I don't see any. Okay, Harvey, do you want to take over at this point?
Well, in the interest of time, we're not going to go through the whole review vocabulary. Uh, I think really we should, in the interest of time, to get to the new stuff, we really should just skip it and go right to the next item, which is the forwards.
Yeah,
Is that
local sector, then you talk about money.
can't see me? Or am I not logged in with audio?
So Larry, can you find the link for
Am I not
Rachel?
logged in?
What the Yiddish word of the day is?
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on. Here we go. Hold on, let me get it. The share here.
I hear somebody talking in the background. Larry, can you mute everybody at this point?
Yeah, I'll mute them. I think they just did. Or maybe. Okay. All right. Should be able to see it now.
Yes.
Urinate
Yeah.
excessively, feel extreme fatigue, or have blurred vision due to diabetes.
Guess we
Place
have
this
a-
under your tongue and flush out sugar through your urine. Most people don't realize this, but the real
Skip.
cause of blood sugar
Yeah, I'm
imbalance.
My first guest is a good friend, I still think. He was rooting for me on the monologue. He says, I'm really rooting to see how they're going to be.
Hang on.
You never know what you're going to get with these links.
Yeah, it jumped to something else. Hang on. We'll get it back.
Shalom Aleichem. I'm Rachel Schechter, editor of the Forwards. Welcome to Yiddish Word of the Day. Today we'll talk about money. Das Geld. Das Geld. Das Trinkgeld is a tip, what you'd give a waiter. Literally, it means drink money. Das Trinkgeld. Das Vorgeld is train fare or bus fare. Literally, it means traveling money. Das Vorgeld. The coin is die Matbeje. Die Matbeje. And the dollar is der Dollar. Der Dollar. If you like to travel, you may want to know what foreign currency is. That's die Valute. Die Valute. And how do you say a bill? A $10 bill would be der Zehner. Der Zehner. It has the word Zen or 10 in it. A $20 bill is der Zwanziger. Der Zwanziger. And here are two proverbs for you. Die Zeit ist teurer von Geld. Time is more precious than money. You could retrieve your money, but you can't retrieve those days gone by. Die Zeit ist teurer von Geld. And finally, fragen kostet nicht kein Geld. Asking doesn't cost any money. In other words, it doesn't hurt to ask. Fragen kostet nicht kein Geld. So let's review. I'll say the word or expression, you repeat after me. Das Geld.
Das Geld.
Das Geld.
Geld.
Das Geld.
Das Trinkgeld.
Das
Das
Trinkgeld.
Trinkgeld. Das
You
Vorgeld.
hear me?
Das
Das
Get
Vorgeld.
your phone working. It's working.
Die Matbeje.
Die
Die
Matbeje.
Matbeje. Der Dollar.
Der Dollar.
Der Dollar. Die Valute.
Die
Die
Valute.
Valute.
Okay.
Der Zehner.
Der
Zehner.
Center.
Der Zwanziger.
The
Der
20.
Zwanziger. Die Zeit ist teurer von Geld.
Die
Zeit
Die
Teurer
Zeit
von
ist
Geld.
teurer von Geld. Fragen kostet nicht kein Geld.
Fragen
Fragen
kostet kein Geld.
kostet nicht kein Geld. I hope you enjoyed our Yiddish word of the day. Until we meet again, stay safe and healthy. Or as we say in Yiddish, seid gesund.
Larry, can you
Tape was
find
sent to CBS's sensors.
Larry,
Within minutes, alarm bells were ringing throughout the hallways. Instead,
All right, go on.
can you find the sheet that says vocabulary?
Yeah, hang on.
It's not the one that says review, but it's the one that says vocabulary.
It's not the one that says glossary of Yiddish expressions.
No.
No, okay, just a second. Vocabulary 05-2025.
That's it. Yes.
All right, hold on.
So this vocabulary list will contain some of the words in Rachel Schechter's video that we just watched, and it will also have words that are in the two review songs that we're going to hear in a few minutes.
Is that big enough? Do you need me to enlarge?
No, can you make it larger?
I can.
The young people can read it, but I can't.
I can read it, but it's on my monitor. So how's that?
Well, see, I have a paper copy. So I don't know if other people can see it, but I have a paper copy.
Keep going.
Okay, so the first word, abi, as long as we're going to hear a song about abi gesund, as long as we're healthy. In other words, power doesn't matter, riches doesn't matter, as long as you're happy. As long as you're happy and healthy, that's the main thing. The next word, amol, sometimes, once in a while. Mol means time. And one of the review words that I skipped over is on another sheet here. Damol. So damost, as in times gone by. Damost, times gone by, and this one is amol, sometime, once in a while. Life Kaporis. Now, Kaporis is the ceremony that people used to do before Yom Kippur, Shlogan Kaporis, flinging a chicken around their head and saying a prayer, Zech Halufasi, Zech Halumosi, Zech Tamarasi, Zech Halufasi. This is my atonement. And that was a way of getting rid of sins, and you give the chicken to a person in need. Nowadays, they do it with money. But that's Kaporis, Shlogan Kaporis, and it became an idiom to mean like I need this atonement like I need a hole in the head. So when you see Eif Kaporis, it'll be part of an expression meaning I need it like a hole in the head. Eif Heron, consumed. Ashiris, of course, comes from the Hebrew. Ashir is rich in Hebrew. Ashiris is wealth, riches. Einem nemen. Ein nemen. Nemen is to take. So ein nemen is taking on, like conquering the world. Banken, to long. We're going to hear a song, Tumba Lalaika, that has it's a song about longing for things, you'll see. Bacher, of course, from the Hebrew, you know, yeshiva bacher. When a boy is called up for his bar mitzvah, we say Yamod habacher habar mitzvah with his name. So that's also in Yiddish bacher. The Zeit is Tyra von Geld, and that is from the video we just heard. The time is more precious than money. For Geld, far is traveling. Geld is money, so it's travel money. If you go far and you're going for a ride, you could be traveling on a train or a plane or a bus or something. Frei is free. Fragen is to ask. Fragen kost nicht kein Geld. Asking doesn't cost money. And in Yiddish, you have the double negative, nicht kein, but that's the way they say it. So literally, asking costs no money. Next one is freight. If you know Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, there's the chorus called An die Freude. The words were written by Goethe. So Freude is the German for joy. It's called Ode to Joy in English. And in Yiddish, Freude becomes freight. Freilich, happy, merry, joyful. Geld, money. Gevorus, also from the Hebrew. The second prayer in the Amida. Ata gibor le'olam Adonai mechaye metim ata rab lehoshia. Gibor is a hero or a powerful person, and Gevorus is power. Gleich, alike, as in the expression. Well, we'll see an expression in a moment. Glücklich, happy. Hank nor up depends only upon. In English, the word depends really has to do with the word hanging. In a light fixture that hangs from the ceiling could be called a pendant light fixture. So the word depends comes from the word for hangs. When we were just becoming the verge of adolescence, we used to have a joke we would say in Hebrew school. What's the difference between a boy and a girl? Ma hebdel ben bachor lebachora, and the answer was zetaloi, because zetaloi in Hebrew means either it depends or it hangs. You can translate it either way. Keshen is a pocket. Kleid is a dress. Krichen is to scrounge or to crawl. Lachen, to laugh. Latis, holes. And in the song we're going to get to, it's translated as patches on clothes. So it could be holes or patches. Luft, like the German airline Lufthansa. Luft is air. Matbea comes, we had that when Rachel Schechter had that, and that's a Hebrew word for coin. Now here's the word maint, and you go down, we're going to see 10 words later or so is tracht, and they're both translated as thinks. But I know that tracht can also be translated as plans, because there's a famous expression, man tracht when Gott lacht. Man plans and God laughs. You plan something and it just doesn't work out. So the expression is used. Man plans, God laughs. Next comes Nacht, night, nourisher. And that's going to be in our song, Tombalalaika. It starts with a nourisher bacher, tracht and tracht, a foolish young man. Orem is poor, Ort is place, Reich is rich, Regen is rain, Schnepsel is a little schnapps, Stein is a stone or a rock, Schuch, shoe. We had a grocery store on the corner named Schuchman's, and I never knew what that name meant. I thought maybe it had to do with the Hebrew shuk, a market, but it must come from somebody was a shoemaker or a shoe salesman, so they got the name Schuchman. Tier is a door, just like in German. And here's that word tracht that's also translated as thinks, and maint up above is also translated as thinks. Treren is tears. Trinkgeld we had in the video, drink money, literally a tip. Tuller, dollar, dollars. Vaxen is grow. Valuta we had, currency. Vile, since, because, vemen, who. Jeden Einam. Well, Einam comes from Eins, once, one. So Jeden Einam is each one. Zlotis is a Polish currency, zlotis. Zok is a sock. Zuchen is to search or to seek. So Barry is now going to go over some jokes, some witzen.
Harvey, I think you said something about your health is more important than money or something like that in the
We'll
beginning.
get that in the song, Be Gesund.
Okay.
That's what the whole song is about.
I learned from a previous session, there's an old Yiddish curse that begins with, may you have as much money as 3 ships of gold, and may you spend it only on doctors. Okay.
That's as good as
Well,
may all your teeth fall out except one, and that one should give you a toothache.
right. So the first joke I have here is called the Frühstück, the breakfast. And if you don't have a copy of this, we can send it out to you. Just let me know. Let myself or Harvey know. So I'm
I
going
don't
to
have
say,
it. I don't have it.
okay,
Yeah, I don't have anything.
okay, we will get it out to you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to say the each sentence in Yiddish and then in English. Amol ist gegangen, Moishe und Zelda zu essen der Frühstück beim Restaurant. haben Sie gesehen a chicken? One time, Moshe and Zelda went to eat breakfast at the restaurant. They saw a sign. Fish stick special. Zwei Eier, French toast, Kunhum Maranzaf, a Zicker Tuller. Breakfast special, 2 eggs, French toast, coffee, and orange juice. And the price is $6. Zelda sucht zum Kellerin, ich will nicht kein Eier. Zelda says to the waitress, I don't want any eggs. Sucht the Kellerin, also is $8, weil sind ordering a la carte. So the waitress says, then it's $8 because you're ordering a la carte. Was? Straight Zelda? Die Mens als ich gehe der Blistering mir Geld, wenn ich es nicht der Eier? Okay, ich nehm the special. What? Yells Zelda. You mean I have to pay more money if I don't eat the eggs? Okay, I'll take the special. The next one.
2 more lines.
Oh, I'm sorry. Break the counter in. Soll ich gut in dein Eier? The waitress asks, how do you like your eggs? And Zelda answers, bei in the show, ich will sie mit Temmen aheim. Zelda answers, raw and in the shell. I want to take them home. The next one is der Schmiel.
Schlemiel.
Schmiel. From Russ hat geschreit euch Jossel, du bist a Schlemiel, du bist ständig gewesen a Schlemiel. Ruth yelled at Joe, you're a Schlemiel, you've always been a Schlemiel. Du guckst handelt sich und kleidt sich wie a Schlemiel, du wirst sein a Schlemiel bis dem Tag vom Sterben. You look, act, and dress like a Shmuel. You will be a Shmuel until you die. Ayoz then haben a vermischt for Shmuels. Wollt ihr gehofft dem 20 Platz und der Welt zweite Gleich Shmuel. If they run a competition for Shmuels, you take second place as the world's second greatest Shmuel. For a Yoso, I'm sorry, I have something's tearing in my eyes. I take my glasses off to wipe the eye. For was nur der zweite Platz? Joe asks why only second place? Weil du bist a Schlemiel, because you're a Schlemiel. Okay, the last one, and this is called the bagels. A Mensch geht rein in Bakery und fragt, wie viel bessen die Bagel? A man goes into the bakery and asks, how much are the bagels? Antwort the Beamter, zwei für $1. The clerk answers, two for $1. Nu, wie viel euch eins? So how much for one? 6 cents, 60 cents. Lemon the under. Like that? I'll take the other one. And I think that's for the jokes. And now we're ready for the 2 songs.
Well, I want to go over the English first.
Okay, sure.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
go over the lyrics first. So, Larry, can you find the lyrics to either Abi gesund or Tumbalalaika?
Just a second.
We're gonna look at the lyrics first, and then we'll actually play the song.
Which one do you want? I have them both.
Well, Tumbalalaika first.
Okay.
That's easier.
I think I'm still sharing, right?
I see it. Yep. Bigger, 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 bigger. That's great. Great. So the narrator starts. Steht der Bacher, steht und tracht. A young man, a bacher, is standing and thinking. Tracht und tracht the ganze Nacht. He's thinking and thinking all night long. Wemmen zu nehmen und nicht verschämen. Wemmen zu nehmen und nicht verschämen. Whom to take and who not to be ashamed with. The chorus goes, tumbala, tumbala, tumbala laika, tumbala, tumbala, tumbala laika, tumbala laika, spielbala laika, tumbala laika, freilich soll sein. So a balalaika is an old Russian instrument like a guitar or a ukulele. And tum is like strum the ukulele, strum the balalaika, strum the balalaika, strum the balalaika, spiel balalaika, play the balalaika, tum balalaika, freilich soll sein. We should all be happy. So the boy asks, Mädel, Mädel, ich will bei dir fragen, was kann wachsen on Regen? Mädel, Mädel, young lady, I would like to ask you something. Was kann wachsen? What can grow? Wachsen on Regen. Grow without rain. Was kann brennen und nicht aufhören? What can burn but not be consumed? Was kann banken, wennen und schweren? What can long or pine and cry without tears? And then again, tumbala, tumbala, tumbala laika, tumbala, tumbala, tumbala laika, tumbala laika, spielbala laika, tumbala laika, freilich soll sein. So the young lady answers, Narische Bacher, was darfst du fragen? Foolish young man, why do you have to ask? A Stein can wachsen on Regen. A stone can grow without rain. Liebe kann brennen und nicht aufhören. Love can burn without being consumed. A heart can banken, weinen und schweren. A heart can yearn, cry without tears. And then the final chorus, tumbala, 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 like etc. Larry, if you can find the link, now let's hear how it's supposed to sound.
Okay, one moment.
Please.
I thought you were pretty good, Harvey.
Oh, really? Thank you. My
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
All right.
Sounded good.
Thank you. Always pays to hear the lyrics slower, but when they start singing, it goes fast.
No, that's not the one with the link.
That's the jokes.
Hang on.
Zingst good, Harvey. Zingst good. Zingst good.
Reiser Dank.
The Malay one, version 1.
He had a preference there. I'm looking for the preference.
Because he likes number 2. So let's
Okay, so let's play number 2, please.
What is the right path for Medicare? It's Medicare Advantage plans built for New.
Did it again. Were you hearing the sound okay?
Is everybody
Yes, sound
there?
is good.
We're just hearing the
Sound is
ad, the commercial.
Yeah, hold on.
Can anybody see my photo?
See what?
Yeah, they can.
Steht a Bucher, steht in Tracht, Tracht in Tracht, a ganze Nacht. Wem sie nehmen, ihn nicht verschämen, wem sie nehmen, ihn nicht verschämen. tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, laika, spiel balalaika, tumbala, laika, Freude soll sein. Mädel, oi Mädel, ich will bei dir fragen, wo's kann wachsen, wachsen und regen. Sog, was kann brennen, nee, nicht erfahren, wo's kann denken, weinen und tränen. Tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, laika, spiel balalaika, tumbala, laika, Freude soll sein.
Narischer Chlopp, du hast nicht kein Seichel in dein Kopf. Ein Stein kann doch wachsen, wachsen und regen. Herz mit der Liebe kann weinen und reden.
Tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, laika, spiel balalaika, tumbala, laika, Freude soll sein. Tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, laika, spiel balalaika, tumbala, laika, Freude soll sein.
I guess some of the words were a little
Out
different.
in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl.
Yes, we had the girls' version. She had something about you have no seichel in your cup. You have no brains in your head if you can't answer those questions yourself. So different versions of all these songs. And for any new people, you'll also notice that there's different pronunciations of Yiddish depending on where you come from.
But I want to know, how can a stone grow? I've always wanted to know this.
So did I. I don't know either.
It's a timeless question.
Well, it seems like the
maybe a
ancients thought
rolling,
that
rolling
stone
wouldn't
gathers
grow.
no moss.
Yeah.
They thought, I think they believed in ancient times that stones were around since the beginning of the earth, since the beginning of creation. And over the years, they've gotten bigger and bigger.
Oh, I see. Maybe.
That's my guess. I don't know.
Some other
60
suggestions
years
would be
ago
a
was the
wart
first time.
or a boil.
Is what?
Maybe just artistic license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry, can you find the lyrics to Be Gesund?
Yep.
It
How
should
did you
be
get my
above
picture
the
shown?
links that we just went to.
Well, we're going to use the lyrics first. Go through the lyrics first.
Oh, hold on, let me share again. And I'll make it bigger. How's that?
Slightly bigger.
Yeah, because they don't need to see the bottom 5 lines.
Okay.
That's
Good.
That's
Good.
great now.
Good. So when a new person is asked, do you speak Yiddish? And they often answer, abyssal, abyssal. So here's the word, abyssal zun, a little bit of sun, abyssal regen, a little bit of rain, a ruhig ort, den Kopf zu legen, a peaceful place to lay your cup, your head. Be gesund, as long as you're healthy, kann man glücklich sein. We can be happy. And it goes, a bissel Sonne, a bissel Regen, a ruhig Ort, den Kopf zu legen, a be gesund, kann man glücklich sein. Next, a schuch, a sock, a kleid on lattice, a shoe, a sock, a dress with lattice. Here it's patches. In the vocabulary, he called it holes, same thing. In cashin, a dry fear zlatis. In the pocket, dry fear 3 to 4 zlatis. Abi gesund, ken men glücklich sein. As long as we're happy, as long as we're healthy, we can be happy. The Luft is frei, Luft like Lufthansa. Air is free. For jedem.
Can you get my picture on here, please?
I don't know. The Luft is frei, for jedem gleich. Air is free, for everyone alike. The Sonne, die scheint, for jedem einem. The sun that shines for everyone. Orem oder reich, poor or rich. A bissel fright, a bissel lachen, a bissel freit, a bissel lachen. A mol mit Freund, Schnapsel machen. A little joy, a little laughing, sometimes with friends. Have a little schnapps. A be gesund, as long as we're healthy, ken men glücklich sein, we can be happy. So this word men here is like in other languages, we might, like in, I forgot in French, there was a word that you could translate sometimes as everyone or people do this. It's like an indefinite. We do this, but not necessarily you and I, but just what people do. So that's what this men means here. Einer sucht ashiris. Ashiris, a Hebrew word ashir, rich. Some people look for wealth, riches. Einer sucht gevoris. Some people look for power. Einem de ganze Welt. Einem de ganze Welt. Conquering the whole world. Einer meant das ganze Glück hangs nur up in Geld. Some think that happiness only depends on money. Sollen alle suchen, sollen alle kriegen. We should all search, we should all scrounge. Nor ich tracht bei dir. Only I think to myself, ich darf das auf Kapurs weil. I stop after Kapurs. Ich darf das auf Kapurs. I need that like a hole in the head. Weil das Glück steht bei mir, bei mein Tier, because happiness stands at my door. Okay. So now, Larry, could we hear a Be Gesund? And Al had a preference to which of the 3 links to play.
Come on.
2 or 3.
That's the lyrics. We were just in there.
Right, that was the lyrics. And right below the lyrics, it was there's a link.
Oh, let me
On the same
bring that
page.
up. Hang on. Well, did he say which one he prefers on this one? It doesn't say.
Yeah, I'm looking and I can't find it.
All right, we'll go with this. Oh, use this one in the group. Okay, let's try that. Not bringing it up. Let's try the other one.
Be in Lisbon.
A bissel Sinn, A bissel Regen, na du je Gott den Kopf zu legen, a gesinnt, kann men glückler sein. A Schichasock, a Kleid und Lattes in Käschene, a 3-4 Slattes, a gesinnt, kann men glückler sein. Die Luft ist frei, für jeden gleich. Die Sinn, sie scheint für jeden, reich. A bisschen Freude, a bisschen Lachen, a Bull mit Freund, Schnäpsel machen, a Biege sind, kann man glückler sein. Einer sieht das Schieres, einer sieht Gewehres, einem in die ganze Welt. Einer meint, das ganze Glück hängt nur auf Geld. Soll alle siechen, soll alle kriechen, nur ich tracht bei sich. Ich darf du's auf Kapures, weil du's Glück steht bei mein Tier. A bisschen Regen, dem kurz den Kopf legen. A wie gesinnt, kann man glückler sein. Schichaso, Lattes im Kästchen, a 3-4 Lattes. A wie gesinnt, kann man glückler sein. Die Luft ist frei, für jeden gleich. Die Sinn, sie scheint, reich. A bisschen Freude, a bisschen Lachen, aber das Schnitzel machen. A wie gesinnt, ist man glücklich, nur gesinnt. Ist man glücklich, a wie gesinnt, kann man glücklich sein.
Great.
Who was there? Who were those women?
Oh, the Berry sisters.
Oh, okay, good. That's what I thought. Wow.
I think they were very famous in the 1940s.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
They're awesome.
Barry, I think it's your turn now.
Right. We've gotten through all the stuff that I'm aware of from Al.
Oh, we didn't do the review. I thought if there's time left at the end, we can do the review vocabulary. But
we have a
you
little
can
less
do
than
what
10 minutes left.
But you're supposed to remind the folks that Al
Yeah.
will be.
Again, June 3rd, there's no meeting because of Shavuos. We will be meeting the next time on June 17th. And we will send out, Al's going to send out some Jewish content, Yiddish content to fill in the missing week. If there's any questions that anybody has from what was presented today, just shout it out and Harvey and I will try to answer it. Any questions or lingering thoughts?
And we urge Candi to also attend the Monday night group. Do you have the link for the Monday night group?
I've been attending the Monday nights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have been attending. But when they mentioned another group, I thought, okay.
So we will be sending out the stuff that we went over this evening to everyone. And if you're new here and well, Candi, we know her email address. I think she's the only. Yeah, I think she's the only one whose address we don't know. So we will be sending out everything from tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, our pleasure.
Yeah.
Can I get my
The only
picture
one I
taken?
don't have is the jokes. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I have the jokes. And I can send that out also. All right. Have a good rest of the week.
Wait. We have a few minutes to go over the review vocabulary now. Right? You still there?
Yeah, I'm here, but I don't see anything about a review
Well, it's the
vocabulary.
part we skipped because I didn't think we were going to get to the songs.
Okay.
Skipped it earlier. So, Larry, if you can find review words and expressions,
I will find that
you will
momentarily.
try, and we'll just go around and each person can read one.
Um,
And Al Davis likes to stress that if you're not going to know a lot of these words, don't feel bad. His method of teaching is that these words get reviewed over and over, just like these two songs. We've had them before, but he reviews them over and over again. So even if they're not familiar this time, maybe they'll be familiar the next time to you.
I think, is this the, oh, that's a little too big.
Starts with a mama's hearts.
Mama's hearts. Okay.
Is that,
Not that one. Not that
not
one.
this one, okay?
It starts with the word review words. Because this thing is about 10, 15 pages.
Review
Five
word.
pages. Do you have it? Maybe not.
I
Well, the
don't,
other one
Yeah,
maybe
it's
titled
material
Yiddish
from
Lite
last.
Session.
Well, let me just read the words, and if you not these, take these off the screen, because this is like a compendium of all the words he's ever taught us. Like that page was all A's. We didn't even get to the B's and C's and D's. But see if this sounds familiar.
you have it online? You want to share? I can allow you to share.
I wouldn't find it in 5 minutes.
Okay. We'll just
Okay.
have to talk through it then.
Maybe you've heard. Maybe you can figure this out. A mama's heart is a Navi.
A mother's heart is like a prophet.
Right, Navi, like Eliyahu Hanavi. Next one. Auf der Sohn ist gut zu sitzen und leben. Der Mammen ist gut zu weinen. Auf der Sohn ist gut zu sitzen. It's good to sit in the sun.
Right.
And leben, to live and sit in the sun. Der Mammen is good zu weinen.
To live at your mother's.
To live near your mother, anyway. I don't know if you have to live in the same house, but living near your mother is the way he translated it. At.
Well, not would be near.
It says, good zu, Mammen is good zu weinen. So it's.
What does it say? Eufen by Mama? What does it say?
It's just a comma. Auf der Sohn ist gut zu sitzen und leben. Der Mammen is good zu weinen. So it leaves out a conjunction.
Okay. Okay.
Ibereden, arguing. Oh, what is a bunk? It's not a bank, but you sit on a bunk.
Bench.
Bench. Right.
Chair.
Yep. Baruiken.
To rest.
It says hushed or quiet. Blois.
Only.
Yes. Da most. Remember, has the word mol in it. Mol is time. Da most. He says, as in times gone by. What's doch? Yet, he says.
Yet.
K for Megan.
Burning.
He says a possession. Somebody put this on the chat. Verstehen, verstehst, versteht.
Understand, yeah.
Verstehst du? Yes. Vergisst. Vergisst.
Poured.
Vergessen is to pour, vergisst is to pour.
Pour.
But it sure sounds like forget. doesn't it? Maybe forget sounds like
Yeah.
it.
Vergessen.
Verlit is a lost item, a noun.
Harlot.
Verloren is lost as an adjective, something that is lost, a lost book, a verloren Buch. Failed, missing, flecked, used to. Finster, that's a word that I know. Finster.
Finster?
Dark.
Right, now I know some people have used finster to refer to people of color. Some people say schwarze, some say finster.
Finster is dark.
Yes.
Dark.
And it could be a dark person. Geläufen.
Run.
Ran, right. Gawain.
Was.
Gawain. This is,
Oh,
I'm
Gawain
pronouncing it
crying.
wrong. Gawain,
Yeah.
crying, yeah.
Right.
Getlich. Getlich comes from Gott. Getlich, godly.
Godlike.
Gesicht.
Looked.
Well, it's a noun here. I know a German
Oh,
word.
Your appearance, your face.
Face. When I took German, one of the words we learned not from the teacher was Scheißgesicht, which is not a very nice word, but it
I know
was,
what that means.
yes, shit face was what we were told.
Oi.
Oy. Grow is gray. Heilig. Heilig. Like on Christmas, the Goyim singing Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht.
Yeah, yeah, holy.
Holy Nacht.
Gaelic.
Canum, no one.
No one.
No one.
These words everybody knows. Mama Loshen,
Yiddish.
Mother tongue, yeah.
Mamisha, and Maminu, Mamisha, Maminu. It's a diminutive, mommy.
Mommy.
Mersta, he says, is most. Mutter can also be mother. Mutter nacket. Stark naked. Mutterstag. We had Mutterstag
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Earlier this month. We have Reich.
Rich.
Ruhig. Somebody said before.
Peaceful.
Quiet. Choice. The baby sits on your choice.
Choice.
Says lap.
Lap.
Stiefmama.
Stepmother.
Schwach.
Weak.
And what's the opposite?
Stark.
Stark. Tutbank says is sorrowful.
What did you say? What did you say? What is
He says sorrowful. Sorrow. Sorry. Umsitzt. Free. Welche. Which. Wie een mama wollt ze gehad. Like one mother they had. Like two kids are twins. Or they look alike. So wie een mama wollt ze gehad. Like they had one mama. And Zint, Z-I-N-D, is a sin. I want to thank Barry for arranging our schedule and thank Larry for everything, holding it together, and for everybody attending. So we'll see you in a month. In 2 weeks.
Okay, I'd like to thank Larry and also Harvey for the singing and the of the songs, and maybe we'll see you on one of the talent shows.
I got to get to a bar mitzvah lesson. I got to go.
Okay.
Thank you all. Have a good
night, everyone.
Thank you, gentlemen. Sei gesund.
Sei gesund. Thank you, Larry, for
Thank you.
being our admin for tonight.
Glad to
Have a
help
good
out.
evening.
You too.